Good morning, students. I am Sanjeev Rajawar. My name is Sanjeev Rajawar, PGT Physics, Kendra Vidyalaya Bulandshahr. I am taking the fifth chapter of class 12 in subject physics, and fifth chapter is magnetism and matter. So my topic is my topic is magnetic field intensity of a bar magnet at any point on the equatorial line. That is the broadside on position. So first, what is the broadside on position? So broadside on position means any position on the perpendicular bisector of the axis of bar magnet. So suppose Sn is the bar magnet, N is the north pole, and S is the south pole. Perpendicular bisector of its axis. This is the perpendicular bisector of its axis. P is the point on it, and this condition, this position of P is called broadside on position. So we have to calculate the magnetic field at point P due to this bar magnet. So here 2L is the magnetic length of the bar magnet. 2L is the separation between the two poles, which is slightly inside the endpoints of the bar magnet. Plus M is the positive magnetic charge, small m is the negative magnetic charge. So we have to calculate the net resultant magnetic field at point P. So at point P, there are two fields. First, due to the north pole, that is the positive magnetic charge and positive negative charge. So here positive magnetic charge represents the north pole, negative magnetic charge represents the south pole. So magnetic field at point P due to the north pole is given by the Bn. Bn. If we join the line NP, then the direction of Bn is along NP. So we assume that at P, if isolated positive magnetic charge is kept, so positive will repel each other. That is the direction of the magnetic field. So Bn represents the magnetic field at point P due to the north pole. Similarly, magnetic field at point P due to the south pole. So write join PS, and this Bs is the magnetic field at point P due to the negative magnetic charge. So we see that at point P there are two magnetic fields, Bn and Bs, whose direction are different. So resultant magnetic field will be the resultant resultant magnetic field at point P will be the vector sum of these two fields Bn and Bs. This is Bp. It represents the resultant magnetic field. So first we will calculate the Bn. So here Bn is equal to so what is Bn? Bn is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m upon np cube np vector. So let this equation number 1. Similarly, Bs is equal to this equation number 2. Bs is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m ps power 3 ps vector. So here m is the pole step. Small m is the pole step. So net resultant field at P will be the vector sum of Pn plus Bs. So Bn plus Bs put here mu naught upon 4 pi this m 1 upon Np whole cube plus 1 upon Ps whole cube. Now but Np is equal to Ps due to the symmetry, and this will equal to, suppose d is the distance of point P from the axis of the magnet. So 2L is the magnetic length, half will be L, so it is L. So this is equal to d square plus L square or 1 by 2. So this will be d square plus L square or 1 by 2. So magnetic field comes out to be P is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m upon d square plus L square 3 by 2 and Np plus Ps. Np plus Ps. So, but according to the triangular law of vector addition, Np plus Ps is equal to Sn. So, this is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi so Np plus Ps is given by the Ns according to the vector triangular law of vector addition, because magnetic field is a vector quantity. So mu naught upon 4 pi m into 12, this is d square plus L square 3 by 2. So what is Bp? Mu naught upon 4 pi m 12 d square plus L square 3 by 2. Here Ns is equal to 12. 12 is the magnetic length of the bar magnet, but m into 12 is equal to capital M. This is the magnetic dipole moment. So this physical quantity m is equal to small m into 12. Small m is the pole strength and 12 is the dipole length. So product of pole strength and dipole length is known as magnetic dipole moment. So last expression becomes Bp is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi this capital M over d square plus L square 3 by 2. So last expression becomes Bp is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m d square plus L square 3 by 2. Here a capital M is the magnetic dipole moment. Now the net resultant magnetic field in the diagram is represented by the Bp, because the magnitude of Bn and Bs is the same. So Bp is parallel to the axis of the magnet, but net magnetic field is opposite to the dipole moment. So dipole moment here is m. It acts from south to north. Dipole moment acts from south to north, but net resultant magnetic field is opposite to the dipole moment. So in vector form, Bp is equal to minus mu naught upon 4 pi m d square plus L square 3 by 2. So we put negative sign due to the fact that Bp and magnetic dipole moment both are opposite to each other. Now if B is very much greater than L, suppose P point is situated such that its distance from the axis of dipole, axis of magnet is very much greater than the dipole length. Sorry, magnetic length. Suppose D is very much greater than magnetic length, so we can neglect L. So in this case, so bar magnet behaves like a dipole, magnetic dipole. So magnetic field due to magnetic dipole, if D is very much greater than, then bar magnet can be considered as a magnetic dipole. So magnetic dipole, magnetic field due to the magnetic dipole, B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi. Neglect L here, M upon D. M upon dt. So this is the expression for the magnetic field at any point on the equatorial line due to the bar magnet. Now if the point P is very much far away from the axis of the dipole, then bar magnet acts as a magnetic dipole. So magnetic field due to magnetic dipole is represented by the B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi M over dq. So magnetic field is directly proportional to 1 upon dq. D is the distance of the point P from the dipole axis. So this is how we derive the expression for magnetic field intensity at any point on the equatorial line of the bar magnet.